Trump is now floating the idea of running for a third term in some of his strongest comments yet. The president reportedly told Meet the Press anchor Kristen Welker that he wasn't joking when asked about the possibility, and he said that there were ways around the constitutional term limits on the presidency. President Trump is also threatening tariffs on Russia over Vladimir Putin's recent comments about President Zelensky. Here's ABC's senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott.
Tonight, President Trump reportedly says he's considering ways to serve a third term, a move that would require breaching the two-term limit outlined in the Constitution. The president telling NBC's Kristen Welker, quote, "There are methods which you could do it," when asked to clarify, saying, "I'm not joking," later adding, "It's far too early to think about it." But the president and his allies have been floating the idea for months.
I've raised a lot of money for the next race that I assume I can't use for myself, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't know. I think I'm not allowed to run again. I'm not sure. Am I allowed to run again?
Amending the Constitution for Trump to run a third term would be extremely difficult, first requiring 2/3 approval by Congress and then ratification by 38 states. With the president now just days away from imposing tariffs on foreign cars and auto parts, Trump now threatening even more on Russian oil. The president delivering his harshest criticism yet of Russian President Vladimir Putin, saying he's, quote, "very angry with him for attacking the credibility of Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky." Putin on Friday claiming Zelensky lacks the legitimacy to sign a peace deal. Trump himself has criticized the Ukrainian president, falsely calling him a dictator.
He refuses to have elections. He's low in the real Ukrainian polls. I mean, how can you be high with every city is being demolished?
But now Trump is changing his tune. The president reportedly saying, if a peace deal isn't made, and if I think it was Russia's fault, I'm going to put secondary sanctions on Russia. It comes as the White House presses forward with plans for steep new tariffs set to kick in next Thursday, including 25% tariffs on all cars and auto parts made outside the United States. Mr. President, should Americans buy cars now if they want to avoid higher prices?
No, I don't think so. I think you're going to have a country that's going to boom.
Some economists warn American businesses will pay those tariffs and then raise prices for consumers. By one estimate, the price of a new car should shoot up more than $6,000 by next year.
It's the economic consensus that actually, in fact, car prices will go up. It's just very hard to find things that are solely produced in the United States. And even those car makers that are most insulated from tariffs do get some kind of parts from abroad or steel that is going to increase the cost of that vehicle.
The president reportedly saying, "I couldn't care less if foreign automakers raise prices. I hope they raise their prices, because if they do, people are going to buy American-made cars." And the president says those tariffs will be permanent. Meanwhile, Lindsay, the president's senior advisor, Elon Musk, is here in Wisconsin, where there is a battle over a single seat on the state Supreme Court. This could have big implications for abortion rights, election laws, and Musk will be here in attendance handing out $2 million checks to people who signed his group's petition. Lindsay.
Rachel Scott for us in Wisconsin. Thank you.